thing was, him and his friends were more of a neutral people. And so we hanged out, we would still hang out. We wasn't close, but we would hang out. We knew of each other, and we would still hang out. There was really no friction with us. But we knew each other enough to say hi and acknowledge each other. Fast forward, later, I didn't know when I opened up my barbershop, and he came to my barbershop, it was like, I would say that within minutes, it was like if we hung out forever. No, I was actually saying within minutes after our conversation, even though we knew of each other and we didn't hang that much, it was like if we grew up together. And we kind of did. It's weird because we would see each other occasionally in different places and things like that, but we never really got deep with each other like now, how we are now. And God used different places that he's been to, different pastors, and through the grace of God, he used me to cultivate his relationship with the Lord and cultivate his marriage. So, without further ado, I want to welcome Chino and Francis to the pulpit.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
See, we got a tissue.
Oh, man. Okay. And I have my notes, so forgive me if I'm not looking. I'm going to try to not do this. It's off the wind. Okay, so we want to ask a very good but deep question. First, let us tell you a little about our situation. So Chino and I have been married now for about 11 years and counting. The road has not always been easy, but actually it seems like as soon as we got married, it got a lot more challenging for us once we got married. I'm pretty sure maybe some people can relate. But this past maybe 2 years has been quite the year for us. So I'm going to have my husband give you some details to some of the things we've been through.
All right, 10 years. We've been together about 17 years, married 11. So just to see, it makes it a little more complicated, right? But so we're gonna start it in 23, March of 23. I got into a car accident. It was a pretty severe car accident. I wish we could show pictures up here. But it really was a miracle that I came out of that accident. And that kind of started a quick journey for us. I should say a season. And I got into the accident. I got taken by ambulance. And from there, my kidney situation, if everybody doesn't know me, I'm on dialysis right now. But I've been going through a kidney situation since high school. But I got a transplant, and I was doing great. The accident began, again, a new season. The kidney began to fail. I began to have complications. Because of the kidney having complications, I was taking a medication for the kidney that this accident came upon. And again, it's very, very choking. I mean, because the kidney started to go down, my blood pressure started to go up, and that began the problem with my job. My wife, my beautiful wife, and I were living in a condition that was beginning to become a little too small. Our home was too small. If you looked at it for a minute, I hate to say, but it looked like an episode of Hoarders. Okay? It was just too small for us. And this job was a blessing, you know what I mean? And we were about to look for a house. Actually, we were looking for a house when this happened. And about, how long? Because remember, this is around COVID, you know what I mean? So everything was coming to crash. kidney failed. I was in the hospital. I came out of the hospital, and I went back into the hospital, and came out of the hospital, and back into the hospital. That's how it seemed for a while. I mean, and my wife finally, one of the times that I was coming in and out of the hospital, told me that we were pregnant. And right when she told me that we were pregnant, I went back into the hospital. Then, as we were looking for a house, for a whole year we were looking for a house, and we finally won a bid on the house. And with all this going on, we were so excited, ready to get out of this Hoarders episode, and from one day to another, one minute we find out we win the bid, and the very next day I find out that I lose my job. And the realtor and the bank were very lenient with us. They were giving us ample time to find a different situation. I mean, I went and looked at different bus companies to find a job, and I would get the job with no problem. But every time I had to get sent to the same doctor to pass. And of course, I would try to take my blood pressure meds and try not to eat salty or all, but it just wouldn't help. My blood pressure was skyrocketing. And at the moment I couldn't see. Now I understand the importance of having good health, for the children. But at the moment, I was so frustrated and angry. Because we really needed to get out of this situation. And it just seemed like it just got worse and worse. I don't want to speak about my wife's part, but I got my kids. I had my wife that's pregnant. I've been going with the Lord strong for some years. And of course, we always ask the Lord, why, Lord? Now I see, it's funny, right? Because you look back now and you more understand in certain situations, like why I should be up with us. But at the moment, again, we need to get out of this house. So, through all this that's going on, my health, I ended up getting on dialysis